Hello and welcome to Cars at 100, and on today's review I have a 2020 Lexus IS350 F Sport all-wheel drive. We're gonna look at this car from the outside, go inside, so let's not waste any more time and let's jump into it. Okay, let's check out this car first from the outside. As you can see, this is the design that Lexus has chosen for the IS model, and it has been facelifted recently. This design, when it first came out, people were having mixed feelings about it, but now this car stands out on the road and it's very unique, very different, very interesting in terms of the design and in terms of the handling, and overall this is a good car. So as you can see, you have these nice xenon headlights up front. You can also option triple beam special headlights that Lexus gives you as an option. You have very interesting design cues here in terms of the vents, and some of the vents are real and some of the vents are fake, even as this vent here, it's like for cooling of the brakes. Overall this is a pretty big grille, and you have this unique color. This is a different color. This is somewhat yellowish chrome, but it looks very expensive. First I saw this on the Lexus RX cars that also have the same design, but it looks really nice, really sporty with this IS model here, and very sharp looking. You have these daytime running lights, and it looks very unique, very different, and this is how this car is so interesting compared to the other cars on the road. You have a parking sensors, of course, as you can see here. Overall this car comes with many accessible options in terms of the ease of use. You have very sharp looking wheels here. Let's check them out in detail. We have 225/40 R18 up front. This is staggered setup, meaning that in the back we have a wider wheel, and these wheels look really sharp with this gunmetal finish. Only comes with the F Sport implied by this badge here, kind of the same color as the badge, white and the gunmetal finish. If we go around, we have this very unique side mirrors. As you can see, they're mounted on the door instead of they're mounted on the side, on the bottom of the door instead of on the side. So it is very Japanese also design in terms of the old school Japanese cars. They used to have these, and this is really unique, really nice that they still use and do this. Really cool. And this very interesting design here, as you can see, this line, and on top of that kind of a body sits the side mirror. Really cool, unique design. So as you can see here, this is the rear wheels. They are 255/35 R18, so it's a staggered setup. Once again, a wider wheel in the back, and as you can see, we have much better, wider track for, I guess, better handling. Even though this car comes with all-wheel drive, this is a V6 that has plenty of power with 311 horsepower, naturally aspirated 3.5, still Lexus using in their cars, and it's really unique, really cool. You have two exhaust pipes in the back. Even though they're in a different shape than the actual pipes, the pipes are inside, so they're not fake like Audi brand does. So that's also unique. And this diffuser also looks really nice, really sporty. Overall, very sporty and sharp looking car. And if you are, in your younger years and you really want to make a statement on the road when you drive, it's really cool looking, this is the car for you. It has very outstanding design, and these LEDs in the back as well, very sharp looking LEDs. You have the turn signals, and you have this kind of a unique design. At night they look really nice. The back of this car has been facelifted as well as the front of the car, and it really looks much better than the previous design. It is improved design, and that's what's important. And you have an F Sport badge in the back as well. Overall, you have the spoiler here that comes with the F Sport model only, and gives this unique touch at the end of the car to imply the sporty nature of it. Overall, really nice color. This is blue mica, matches really nice with the red interior, which we're gonna check out in a little bit. In order to enter this car, we have, of course, keyless entry, keyless go on this car, but you have this key fob that you can keep in your pocket, by which you can also lock car, unlock it, hold for automatic trunk release, and hold for panic. And it's a simple Lexus key that has been redesigned for some of the cars and most of the cars. Before it was a little bit different key fob, but you know, it doesn't have too much weight to it, which I expected to have a little bit more since it's a luxury brand. You can keep this key fob in your pocket, you can lock the car, and you can unlock by the sensor behind the door opener handle. And just like that, you will enter this beautiful car. And as you can see, this leather, this really unique leather, this red leather, it's very plush, very high quality feeling leather. Overall, I'm impressed in terms of the quality of the interior. At the same time, I'm not surprised because I know it's a Lexus brand and it's really, really high quality, and it should be. You have this nice material here and nice sturdy feeling. Automatic up and down for all sides of the car in terms of the windows. You have some controls here for the mirrors. Nice door opener handle on the inside. Book pocket, bottle pocket, and you have a sound system. This is a regular sound system that comes, bass sound system that comes on this car. You can also option this car with a Mark & Levinson sound system, which is more high-end if you prefer a good sound in your car. You have very nice looking, very expensive looking as well, Lexus side door sills, and very interesting and sporty looking pedals as well. As you can see, it is bottom mounted and it is aluminum in terms of the covers on them. You have very interesting Lexus IS logo here. Very interesting how throughout the years I have pointed this out. All IS models since 10 years ago had this kind of a bulge here, but don't be alarmed too much, because when you drive this car, it's pretty comfortable sitting here. You don't put the foot back anyway. You always have it on the gas pedal or the brake pedal if need be, back and forth, so you don't have the foot here. Your other foot is resting here or there, so it is not in your way in terms of the comfort. That's what I always were considering in terms of the comfort, but it's not bad whatsoever. But it's very interesting how that hump is still there. This is a transmission placement. Overall, you have the seats here, very sporty seating, bottom bolsters, top bolsters. You have perforations, plush feeling in terms of the touch, and in terms of the sitting, very comfortable seats. Overall, they hug you on the bottom, on the top, and you sit very comfortably. You have automatic adjustment for the seat, of course, and some lumbar support as well. As you can see, overall, pretty roomy entrance, comfortable. If we jump inside, very snug feeling. First impression is how sporty this car feels on the inside. Everything is cozy feeling in terms of being very uniquely designed dashboard. And if we close the doors, very sturdy feel, but I expected a little bit more luxury feeling in terms of the door close, but this is just a nitpicky things. Overall, this car is really good. If we start the car, as you can see, this LFA inspired tag in front of you, it is very cool. One of the things that I really like about this car, if I'm honest with you, is how this looks. You can go through different modes here. You can go into Sport, which changes the gauges, and Sport Plus has the same face. But if we go into Eco mode, as you can see over there in the middle, or we push down for normal, this is how defaultly the car will start, because this dial does not hold on the same position as when you turn it and put it into that mode. It doesn't click, it clicks back, so it has that motion. So when you go into different modes, you have to go through different modes once you start the car. Some cars have that as a button or as a dial that you can keep this in that mode. And as you can see, this is how the face of this tag changes. It is very unique. If we go into different modes, if we go into this mode, if we go into options on the left, you will see the whole tag will move back and forth. This is so unique and so different compared to the other cars on the market, and Lexus has done a very good job. Firstly, it was introduced with the supercar by Lexus called LFA, which was really unique and really expensive, and it trickled down into such a model which is under $50,000, as you can see in this review, and you still get the same tag. Really unique. And you have different options here. Once you go into that mode where you see that display on the left, you have different options for the car in terms of its information that it provides to you. And you have some of the safety options here, and you can also turn them on here as well. So we can turn the lane keep assist and the front collision alert. So the steering assist, in terms of the you have cruise control here. That's the word I'm looking for. So the cruise control options are always located outside of all the buttons. Toyota has been doing this with Lexus for a while now, but overall you have many options in terms of the information there, as well as the mile per gallon gauge. If we talk about the steering wheel, you have somewhat of an egg shape in terms of the steering wheel. There is no flat bottom. It is kind of squished in the middle, so to imply the sporty nature. This is the only steering wheel that comes with the F Sport model. So when you get the F Sport model, you get the steering wheel. Also, you have nice bolstering here, red stitching matching the red seats very well, and you have good design here. F Sport logo on the bottom. There are plenty of F Sport logos throughout the car, and it's really cool because it feels special. You have options here for the media controls as well as the Bluetooth for your phone. You have some controls here, like I showed you before, for that screen in terms of the options for the middle display, and some of the navigation keys here. And you have a paddle shifters here. So these paddle shifters feel really nice in your hand. They feel really good in terms of the quality as well. They're not aluminum, but they are nicely engineered, kind of a going well with that design, implying kind of like a LFA looking style, but it's a little bit different. Of course, this car is much different in terms of the model and in terms of what it is. But overall, you have that display here as well. You get a bigger display when you get optional navigation and the sound system for this car, which is more expensive, of course. And you have an analog clock here, which is very unique as well. You can adjust the time right here with these two buttons. Very unique as well, very old school and very classic, I would say. Nice start stop button, as you can see on top, also kind of a Lexus LFA inspired. You have here options in the middle of this console to have the screen for the climate control options. So you have dual climate control options here for this car, and you have a heated mirrors as well, so you can heat the mirrors in winter. Is very comfortable. You have also ventilated and heated front seats as well in this car, both seats. You have options here. Instead of the upside down mouth that other Lexus models have, you have the regular dial here that you can go through. There is no touchscreen for this car, and you know, it is would not be that comfortable because that screen is quite far away. But overall, the design of the dashboard is so unique, very aircraft inspired, I would say. This is very unique, different compared to the other automakers on the road. You have rear view mirror here, almost frameless, which is very nice as well. And you have a sunroof here. You can open it easily, and and close it. But overall, you have headliner here that is a darker color, matching the darker color of the dashboard here to imply the sporty nature of this car as well. And you have this transmission lever here, very mechanical feeling transmission lever, and it feels really nice. You kind of go through the gears yourself, and this is unique as well for the Lexus and Toyota brand. They still doing this, but this feels so much more you know, engaging in terms of the feeling when you shift through the gears. Is really nice. You also have a heated steering wheel here, and you have this dial here for the different modes of the car. You have eco, normal when you push down, and sport plus once you go 2 dials back. So, and the gauge cluster will change, which is very cool. You have a snow mode and traction control button off here as well. Storage is not that big, but you can store here some of the things. You have a 12-volt power outlet here as well, and you have 2 USB options in and the aux in as well. And you have glove box here, which is not that big, but this is not a big car, and as you can see, but overall it is really nice in here. Feels really special in here. I have a window sticker for this car, as you can see here. You can pause the video at any second to see many standard features and optional equipment for this car. And as you can see, this car in this review is $49,835 total amount in terms of the price for this car. 21 mile per gallon combined, with 19 in the city, 26 on the highway. After all, it's a 3.5 liter V6 with 311 horsepower, so it is okay in terms of the economy. And final assembly point for this car is Tahara, Aichi, Japan. And ultrasonic blue mica color for this car is also really nice. I would say it is quite unique in terms of the matching for that red, for this red interior as well. Let's check out the back seats. In order to enter back seats, you don't have a keyless entry into the back seats. You have to unlock them. If your car is locked, you have to press twice to unlock the rear doors as well. And as you can see here, if we jump inside, in terms of the legroom, so I was sitting comfortably. I could have moved a little bit back to be more comfortable up front, but here there is some legroom. I would say it is okay. You have 2 vents here. In terms of the headroom, I would say it is almost, I'm almost touching, I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm almost touching with my head the ceiling. So not a lot of headroom, but I would say it is okay. And you have a middle handrest here, as well as the 2 cup holders here that kind of extend for a bit of bigger cups. But overall, it is nice plush leather here, very nice. You have this very big transmission hump in the middle here, and I would say this is a car for 2 people in the back seat, for 4 people in total. In order to enter this trunk, you have the button here to open the trunk, and just like this, you will open it. Also, you can do that through the key fob with automatic trunk release button. And as you can see here, and you have plenty of space here. You can also have some storage under the floor of the trunk, but it is mostly for the spare tire. I hope you enjoyed today's review of this 2020 Lexus IS350. If you have any questions about this particular car, please leave a comment and I will get back to you. And I'll see you next time. Stay loving cars.